He signed up to serve our country more than 10 years ago. Little did he know that decision would change his life forever.
Those who know and love Chad Hampton of Cape Girardeau believe he is living proof that miracles can happen. Crystal Britt is live tonight with more on Chad's amazing journey. Crystal.
Well, he's a humble guy, and really, if you met Chad Hampton, you'd never know exactly what he went through. An accident while serving in the military more than 7 years ago changed Chad not only on the outside, but the inside, too. He says he survived for a reason.
I never thought I would join the military.
But in 1999, he felt the call, a call to join the U.S. Army. In February of 2000, Chad Hampton just turned 22 years old. He left civilian life behind for a chance to serve the country. His training begins in Fort Carson, Colorado.
In June of 2001 is when I got my orders for Germany.
3 months later, the world is stunned as terrorists unleashed horror on September 11th.
We knew we were coming down on orders for Iraq at any time.
Chad's training as a combat engineer would intensify. In February of 2003, while still in Germany, Chad suffered a minor injury that kept him from training in the field with the rest of his fellow soldiers. That setback would change his life forever.
I was the only one available because everyone else was still out in the field training.
Specialist Hampton was asked to assist a driver on a routine trip to the wash rack, a place where they would wash military vehicles. This day, it was an A-113 armored personnel carrier, much like this.
I was knelt down behind the track, which was also towing a trailer.
He was trying to plug in the hose so they could wash the vehicle.
Before I knew it, I felt pain and pressure on my left side.
The driver unaware of Chad's location.
He assumed that I was clear and got out, and because he did, the chock blocks weren't down, and he took his foot off the brake, and then the track and trailer, due to the weight, slid back and crushed my head between the bottom left end of the trailer and then pushed it up against the concrete wall.
We're talking at least 15 tons of equipment. It crushed or shattered everything from his jaw to the top of his head.
My eyes, I think, at one point were kind of popping out of my head like they were on springs. My face, as I knew it, was just a mess.
2 weeks later, he's hospitalized in Germany.
Woke up, everything was black. The military actually didn't expect me to live.
But Chad says he began to experience one miracle after another.
They themselves reconstructed my face with nothing to go off of.
His ID, nowhere to be found. He believes the surgeon's hands were guided by a higher power.
There's no way they could have gotten as close to the way I looked before as they did without supernatural divine help.
He spent nearly 3 months in the hospital. The once active 26-year-old is now hit with the reality. Nothing will ever be the same. The accident not only changed his face, but left him blind.
Even if you're that close, I still can't see fine detail because my eyes no longer have the ability to focus.
In the coming years, Chad came to Cape Girardeau. It's here at this church where he met his future wife.
We had never even spoken, and as I crossed in like 3 rows in front of him, I actually heard in my heart, he could be the one.
Chad and Lee were married in January of 2008.
I never saw his disability.
Last August, their son Isaac was born. Chad and Lee both worried about what Chad might miss.
How much would Chad get to see?
There's a lot of stuff, I miss. This facial stuff he does.
But you'd never know this dad ever misses a beat. Whether it be through family or his other passion.
Getting to do what I wanted to do for, since I was 6 years old.
Despite his disability, he continues to pursue his love of music.
His dreams didn't stop just because his vision stopped.
He's teaching drum lessons while working on an album and performing. Likely no one in the audience at Red Star Baptist Church would ever realize the man behind the drum set can't see.
I know I'm here for a reason.
And even though the reflection in the mirror is different and blurred, Chad seems more focused than ever on family and career.
I'm proud that he served our country. I'm proud that he gets up every morning and continues to be a good citizen and a compassionate husband and a loving father, and a dreamer. It's just really amazing the things that he can do. He's truly inspirational.
Chad also apparently knows his way around the kitchen, as Lee says he is the cook in the house. The military, by the way, medically retired Chad. That might have ended that part of his life, but certainly the injury opened a whole new chapter. We'll be right back.